When we talk about variability between individuals, we often think of personality variables. Personality in negotiation has been studied in many ways. For example, some authors have looked at how certain personality traits are more effective in certain types of negotiation than in others. For example, high agreeable people perform better in integrative negotiation than in distributive ones. They experience more positive affect and they show a higher degree of persistence. The opposite is true for people with a lower agreeableness score. For the latter, distributive rather than integrative context produce the best results. One of the most studied personality variables in the psychology of negotiation is what we call social value orientation. Social value orientation distinguishes pro-social people who value the welfare of all from individualists who only value their own welfare and from competitors who value better welfare for themselves, relatively speaking, to others. Typically, research findings show that pro-social people tend to be more cooperative than competitive in negotiations, resulting in more creative than assertive behaviors. Conversely, individualists and competitors who are more focused on their personal gain more readily adopt competitive behaviors and are averse to making concessions. Besides social value orientation, another personality trait that plays a role in negotiation is image threat sensitivity. People with high threat sensitivity are strongly concerned with maintaining a positive self-image and are particularly sensitive to any threat that might tarnish this image. This threat sensitivity increases the propensity of people to feel that they are at risk of losing face in negotiation, which reduces their willingness to enter into negotiations. When they have no other option than negotiating, threat-sensitive individuals behave more competitively than cooperatively. Other authors have approached the issue of personality in a more comprehensive way. They thought to explore whether there are people who are simply better at negotiating than others. Or to put it differently, is it possible that negotiation performance is relatively innate, with some people simply being better than others and remaining so regardless of the negotiation contexts? Traditionally, researchers have underlined that negotiation skills are learned rather than innate. The idea being that one is not born a good negotiator, but becomes one via experience. More recent studies, however, show that negotiation performance is a relatively stable thing. A person who performs well in a particular negotiation is likely to perform well also in subsequent negotiations. This is not to say that these skills are totally innate, but it does highlight the stability of performance over time. Perhaps more reassuring, it would seem that one of the variables that best predicts negotiation performance is belief in one's self-efficacy. The more I trust my negotiating capacities, the better results I will get in the end.